A lot of cowboy boot enthusiasts may say that what we're doing in this video is like committing the cardinal sin.
Yes.
Putting wedge soles on cowboy boots is untraditional, yes, but for some people it's actually very beneficial and serves as an important role. And if you're one of the die-hard cowboy boot enthusiasts and you disagree with us, I challenge you to watch to the end, hear us out, and let me know what you think at the end of the video. If you still disagree with me, if you don't, if I change your mind, if you just like, I'm not going to watch this guy anymore. My name's Oliver the Shoe Man. My wife and I own and run our family's 5th generation shoe repair business right outside Nashville, Tennessee. This is Ben. He's been our apprentice for over a year now. He's going to help us put wedge soles on these cowboy boots. So in this video, we're going to go over the pros and cons of wedge soles on your cowboy boots, the different style wedge soles you can actually put on your cowboy boots, what they're used for, which ones to pick. And then we're going to show you the step-by-step process of how we put wedge soles on cowboy boots.
Here we have a pair of Red Wing Pecos 8060 boots. A client wanted us to put wedge soles on these to mimic the now discontinued 8168 boots. So that's why we're putting wedge soles on these boots. But there's also other reasons why you might consider putting wedge soles on your boots, even if I'm not going to.
No, you're going to work on these boots, but you're not going to put wedge soles on your boots, right?
No,
You would never?
Never.
Never? All right. I want this documented. He's never going to wear a cowboy boot with wedge soles.
So let's talk about why you shouldn't put a wedge sole on your boots. You really can't ride in a wedge sole. I mean, if you're committed to it, you can really ride in just about anything, but it's not going to be optimal for that. You really can't really dance with these soles on. It's on there. You really can't dance with them, and they do make your cowboy boots look more like a work boot and less like a traditional cowboy boot. Let's get this here. This is a wicked forearm pump right here. Tell you what. Goodness. So why should you consider putting wedge soles on your cowboy boots? They're definitely going to be more supportive as opposed to a heel. They are a softer sole, more similar to a sneaker sole. They're very comfortable if you are an iron worker or you work with concrete a lot, you're standing on floors all day. They can be very comfortable. And they're a lot easier to resole as opposed to regular cowboy boots. You can peel the old sole off and put a new one on. A lot easier than having to take everything off and re-stitch it on, do new heels, sand it, everything. A little bit more of a task.
So while Ben struggles with this, I'm going to talk a little bit about midsoles. We have to put a midsole before we put a wedge sole on. Now there's 3 or 4 different style midsoles that you could do. And it really just depends again on what look you want to go for, how much you want to spend on getting your boots fixed, and what you plan on using your boots for. So the standard is our rubber midsole. It's a cream. We also have a brown. We have a black. So depending on what color wedge sole you put will determine what color midsole we put. This is a great standard midsole. It's also really great if you're in a lot of water. The water won't seep into the rubber and it won't cause any sole delamination. Now, leather soles are going to be a little bit better as far as comfort goes, but if you are in a lot of water, the water sometimes will absorb into the side of the leather and then cause the sole to come unglued. So if that's the case, then stick with the rubber. Now, leather midsoles are going to be more supportive, and they're actually going to start molding to your foot as you walk in the boots. The rubber midsole doesn't really do that. Now, we have 3 different leather midsole options. We have our thin leather midsole, which is a 7 to 8 ounce leather sole. We have a 10 to 11 ounce leather sole, which is a little bit thicker. And then we have a double midsole, which is 2 layers of the thin leather midsole. How do you know which leather midsole to choose? Well, it depends on how much you weigh. So if you're around 185 pounds or below, then do the thin leather midsole. If you weigh 185 to 225, you're going to want to do the double or the thick leather midsole. If you're 225 and above, then do the double midsole. Now, I personally weigh right around 170 to 175, and I go against the guidelines. I do thick leather midsoles on almost all my boots, simply because I enjoy the extra support, and I don't mind a little bit of an extra break-in. So if you want a little bit more support, you don't mind an extra break-in, you can get away with a thick leather midsole. Once you've chosen your midsole, how do you know what wedge sole to choose from? Well, there's 3 different options. We have the Vibram 4014, which is very similar to what the Red Wing 877s, 875s come with. This is more of a denser crepe sole, so it's going to last a little bit longer than the other 2 options, but it is going to be a little more heavier. This comes in a cream and a black. Then we have the 2021 wedge sole, also made by Vibram. This is very similar to the 4014, but it's a lighter weight. It's not as dense, so it's going to be, again, lightweight. It's not going to last as long as the 4014, but it's a really great, comfortable, casual wedge sole. This comes in this, I think it's tan, it comes in a brown and a black. Then you have the 2021, which is very similar to the 2060. It's about the same compounds, but this has a little heel indentation into it. So it's not quite a wedge sole where it's flat all the way across the bottom, but it's made out of the same material as the 2060. Lightweight, it's comfortable, and it's got a little bit of heel to it. So if you need not quite a full heel, but you don't need a full wedge sole, doing the 2021 will be the best bet for you. Now, if you want to take your wedge soles to the next level, add a little bit of grip and durability, what we can do is sand the bottom tread down and glue a rubber sole on top of that. So this is a Vibram Elvis sole, and we call this our double sole. So we glue a wedge sole on, we sand it down, and then we put a rubber sole on top of it. It combines the comfort and the support of a wedge sole with the durability and the traction of a rubber sole, and also makes it a lot easier and cheaper to resole in the future. As long as you don't wear past the rubber sole into that wedge sole, all I got to do is peel off the old sole, put a new one on. We have a few different rubber sole options, like these Red Wing, what are these? 8138s. These got the black 4014 wedge sole with the 148 lug sole. So this is going to give him a lot more grip, a lot more durability. And again, as long as he doesn't wear into that wedge sole, we just peel off this old sole, glue a new one on when it comes time to resoling them.
All right. These boots are 270-degree welted. What does that mean? Basically just means the welt runs from here all the way around to here. This back half is not stitched at all. So what we do is we secure it down with these tack nails. If you don't know what these are, there's a little tiny nail, put the back heel to help hold it down, so that way we can continue to put other layers on it. Now, if you're concerned about tack nails and having this nail go all the way through the heel section here, where it's going to be jabbing into your foot, fear not. You see these nails, that point is really fine. So, we have our metal last right here, where the boot sits on. So, as we hammer the nails through the boot, it goes into that footbed. The fine tip pokes out, and it hits the last. And it crimps over. What that does, it smooths out that point where you won't have it jabbing into your foot, and it creates a hook for the nail to no longer be able to pull out as easily if it was just hammered in regularly. Some companies only will put maybe four, 5 or so nails in the back here. But the heel goes through a lot of stress. It gets kicked around a lot, and you unknowingly put a lot of force on the heel as you're walking as well. especially if you're taking your boots off by using your foot to pry against the heel. So we like to put, from like 12 to 18 or so is a rough guesstimate nails in the back here. So that way you won't have to worry about it coming undone. We have put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
All right, it is after hours at the shop, and unfortunately Ben had to go home for the day. I stayed a little bit late and got these all finished up, and I am extremely happy with how they turned out. So let's take a closer look. We were able to reuse the welts on the boots. The stitching came out pretty good. When we restitched the midsoles, it pretty much hit all the original holes on the welt, which is really nice because white stitching on top of the welt like that is really hard to hide if you miss any holes or if you get kind of wonky stitching. We did our thin leather midsole, and this is the cream 4014 Vibram wedge sole. Absolutely beautiful. I love the cream and how it pops up against the color of the uppers. The uppers have this really cool patina. It's like, I believe it's bluing from like jeans or something. Not too sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's actually really cool. Now, I am seriously curious to hear what you guys have to say about these boots, how they turned out, or wedge soles on cowboy boots in general. If you're like, yay, if you're nay, if you started out this video as a nay and you went to a yay, if you started out as a nay and now you're just like even more nay. I'm curious, so leave me a comment. And if you have any questions about getting something like this done to your boots or something similar done to your boots, we do take mail-in repairs. Like I said, our shop is right outside Nashville, Tennessee in Smyrna. Go ahead and give me a call or text. My contact information will be in the description. And with all that being said, I appreciate you watching. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more cowboy boot content just like this. And I will see you guys next week. God bless you.